Going back to the Thunder, Corey Brewer. You know that's 6-2 since he's been signed.
Yeah.
He's a good defender. He's not Roberson, but he's solid. He annoyed the living fuck out of DeMar DeRozan today.
Yes, he did.
He annoyed the living hell out of DeMar today. Like, he got DeMar. That's one thing that also scares me about the Raptors. Is I still think that mentally they can be messed with right now. Like, DeMar, I really think he got anger problems. Like, if you watch every game, he's always arguing with the refs about something. Even today, throughout the whole fourth quarter, arguing with the refs. But he pushing off every play. Like the last play, you going to the rim. That's a play. It's not no foul. If it's the first quarter, maybe. The fourth quarter, no. Especially when you've been pushing off all quarter. Yeah. But Corey Brewer, if nothing else, he's an antagonizing defender. Every time you see a fast break, I guarantee you Corey Brewer is in 75% of the fast break.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I guarantee you
in the game versus the Raptors, every time like it was loose balls,
I guarantee you Corey Brewer was right there.
Corey Brewer was out there on the floor diving for him. He was running up the court with Paul George. And actually some interesting stats about the Thunder. Corey Brewer is now on them, so he's bringing energy off the bench as well as defense. I'm sorry. He's starting. He's bringing energy as well as gritty defense, right? But in terms of the Thunder this year, you always talked about, especially the last episode when I said, what is the Thunder's identity? You said defense. And I said, I don't know about it. But actually today when I was looking up some stats before the show, I saw that the Thunder, in terms of their plus-minus differential this year, they're +3. They lead the NBA in deflections at 16.8 a game. They lead the NBA in loose ball recoveries at 9.6 loose ball recoveries a game. So guys like Corey Brewer will help with that. And then in terms of, over this stretch when they've been 9 in, out of their last 10, they've also been number 8 in rebounding. So they also been getting out there and rebounding, averaging about 45 rebounds a game. My only worry about them is that their three-point shooting. In the playoffs, I think that in a series, if another team gets hotter, especially even a team like the Jazz, I think could be dangerous for a team like the Thunder. Because the Jazz have shooters. Jay Crowder has gotten better since he went to Utah. Joe Ingles set the Jazz franchise record. And then you also have Donovan Mitchell, who's a rookie, but he can still probably get hot. And then if you get outshot for threes in all these games, then it's going to be a problem. The problem for the Thunder was in the game versus the Raptors, and I was watching the Raptors broadcast, and they were talking about how many more fouls that the Thunder had than the Rockets. I think at one point it was like 19 to 10 fouls or something like that. But then the other thing that they were talking about was how that the Raptors had just made like 10 more threes or something like that, I think, than OKC had made. So that's why the game was still close, even though it was a big foul discrepancy. So I get why, all of those guys were mad. I get why, DeMar DeRozan was mad. Corey Brewer was, hounding them. And then at the end of the game, they were holding everybody. The refs were kind of just letting them play the way they were playing.
But DeMar's pushing off every play.
I mean, yeah. But Corey Brewer got his hands on him every play.
Literally drove to the rim, pushed the man, pushed off. Like, he wasn't flopping when he fell. He literally pushed the man off, gets up, then gets a blocking foul called on him when DeMar runs into him. You pushing off every single play. The foul Kyle Lowry fouled out on. Why would you do that? It was an offensive foul. Now, his 5th foul, don't really agree with. I think that was a bullshit call. But the 6th foul?
Yes.
Why would you do that? That's clearly a foul.
But they were frustrated all night. They were the Thunder's defense.
That's what worries me about that slightly. See, that's why people don't believe in the Raptors. They just collapsed.
No, that's why I don't believe in the Raptors. That's why I don't believe in the Raptors. That's why I don't believe in the Raptors. If you can let a guy like Corey Brewer come in the game and muck it up so bad defensively that he gets you frustrated, takes everybody else out of their game, they went into the last minute of that game tied or damn near even. They literally combusted and just
nothing excuses. The refs don't excuse you letting Russ get 17 in the 4th.
Yeah,
the refs don't excuse. And the front line has to be better. I saw them get abused twice in one.
Oh, what did I tell you about Serge?
What
did I tell you about Serge?
I mean, no, because no way. Because see, down the stretch, they did slow down the pick and roll a little bit. Like if you notice down the stretch when they the reason why Serge was out there, even though he wasn't hitting shots, was because he actually did slow down Steven Adams in the pick and roll after he destroyed him in the groin area.
Yeah, after he
destroyed him in the groin area, and he came back in.
Steven Adams got the worst nut luck.
Y'all, seriously.
Bro, why did everybody always kicking Steven Adams in the nuts?
I don't know,
like,
but
goddamn.
But
he should win a football cup.
Yeah, but after he came in, the reason why he was still on the court was the fact that he was somewhat slowing down the pick and roll. He at least made it a little bit more difficult. Like, Jonas had Steven Adams legit looking like Tim Duncan. Like, the man had 25 points before he got destroyed and was, like, out for 8 minutes. So he did slow it down a little bit. So I wasn't disappointed at Serge's defense, but he has to knock down shots. Like, you can't – I think he, missed his last 10 shots. Like, you can't miss your last 10 shots. I don't think Serge will play that bad every day. But – yeah, that like front line, I've seen them get destroyed. Al Jefferson, I was watching the Pacers game. You know, Sabonis is out, and I think Miles Turner was in foul trouble. But they let Al Jefferson come in and work out their entire front line. He damn near had 20. The man hadn't played for 3 games before that. He came in and damn near had 20 on him. So that front line is like, yo, that was 2 instances in 1 week that the Raptors are still my finals pick, because the same way that they can play. The same way that they played today, they can play in most games, because the bench is so good that most teams got it. Like the Thunder, their playoff rotation might be 8 guys, because that bench is terrible. Yeah,
but that's gonna be the problem. PG is gonna have to play superhuman for them to.
Yes, but also shout out. We were at a party yesterday actually, and we got into a good discussion. With a basketball fan.
Oh, okay.
And the one thing that he said was, yo, I don't know if the Raptors, like what they do, will translate in to the postseason, because your rotation is shortened anyway. So, like, I mean, with the fact that the Thunder's rotation was shortened in the playoffs, that may play to their advantage if they can, if they have the stamina. Because, I mean, I've seen PG play 38, 39 minutes a couple times this year.
Yeah.
A lot this year. Yeah. So that may play into their advantage with the Raptors.
I mean, but PG has always been, I mean, he's always been kind of a high volume, minute player, defensive guy anyway. Yeah. So I think he'll be fine. PG has not had to carry the load for this team this year, like he had to do so many years. Like even looking at PG, he's playing the second highest minutes he's ever played at 36.4.
Exactly.
But before he played 37.6, 36, 34, 35.9.
Exactly.
Like he's used to logging minutes, so he'll be fine. And it's not just him doing it. PG's only taking 17 shots a game this year, which is his lowest, which is his 4th lowest ever. So
yeah. So, but with the Raptors, everybody can play. You can legit run out 10 guys because you have 10 guys who can seriously play. Also, Van Vliet didn't play in this game. I think.
But Van Vliet is not gonna make. I mean, look. I'm fine with Van Vliet, but what I told you in the last episode,
I disagree with that, bro.
Why I don't believe in the Rockets and why I don't believe in the Raptors.
I think he makes a difference, bro.
I think he makes a difference. But like I said, if we're talking about big games, big shots, big moments, clutch things, when I want this team to go in and win a series, I'm not dependent on Van Vliet to come in there and win me a series. I'm sorry. I'm dependent on the main 2 guys, DeMar and Kyle Lowry, and they both had bad games. They both had bad games. They both had bad games.
Bro, Kobe in a Game 7 in Boston came out there and shot 7 for 24, and Ron Artest hit the dagger. So you need guys who can step up when their number is called upon. That's a game where, you might get into a game in the playoffs when Kyle Lowry fouls out, and you might need that man Van Vliet